There are places you visit, and there are places that seem to have been waiting for you. This is 40 hectares of mountain, folded into the hills of Santa Elena, a quiet corner of Pérez Zeledón, where the Cordillera de Talamanca begins its rise out of the valley below. Ridgeline and forest, open pasture and deep shade, land shaped by water and time, long before anyone thought to draw a line around it. Somewhere near the heart of the property, the trees open up, and there it is. A creek cutting a slow line through stone and root, the kind of water that has been finding its way downhill longer than anyone has owned this land. In the early morning, it catches the light in pieces, flashing silver through the canopy, disappearing again into shadow. It's the sound that follows you through the property. Underneath the birdsong, underneath the wind in the trees, always that low, steady current, going somewhere. Stand beside it for a minute, and it's hard not to slow down. People have called this place home for more than 100 years, drawn, the way people always are, by soil rich enough to grow a life on, and a mountain generous enough to hold it. Santa Elena sits inside one of the quieter wild corners of southern Costa Rica, close enough to the Alexander Scutch biological corridor that its bird life spills freely across these hills. This is a region ornithologists have studied for decades, drawn by the sheer density of species moving through the canopy. Toucans calling across the tree line, hummingbirds working the flowering understory, oropendolas building their hanging nests high in the old hardwoods. Underfoot, the forest is just as busy. Ferns unfurling in the shade, wild ginger, the deep green hush of secondary growth reclaiming old pasture edges, native trees that take 100 years to reach the height they're at now. Nothing here was planted for a photograph. It grew because the mountain let it, and walking through it, you start to understand why people who live here talk about the land the way you talk about family. Not far from here, born high in the slopes of the Talamanca Range, the Peñas Blancas River makes its way down through El General. Locals say it's some of the cleanest water left in this part of the country. Cold, clear, moving fast over pale stone, exactly as its name suggests. Follow it far enough, and you understand it isn't just near the property, it's part of the same story. The same mountain, the same water, still finding its way down. This is Santa Elena, a place that waits quietly for the right person to find it.